U.S. President Joe Biden has arrived in the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv, on what is his first visit to Ukraine since Russia launched its invasion a year ago this week. Biden was scheduled to make a visit to neighboring Poland to mark the anniversary. But this unannounced visit to Kyiv will underscore Washington's unity with Europe and NATO against Russia's aggression.
President Biden will be here to confirm the military support to Ukraine, to further, solidify the United States' commitment to helping Ukraine. But it's really the symbolism of this trip and his arrival at this moment. I mean, we are just a few days away from the anniversary of this war.
US Secretary of State Antony Blinken met his counterpart Wang Yi on the sidelines of a major security conference in Germany, and he said that there would be consequences to the US-China relationship if China was to provide military support to Russia over its war with Ukraine. A few weeks before Vladimir Putin's troops invaded Ukraine almost a year ago, China and Russia signed a no-limits friendship. The US Secretary of State now suggests that there is new intelligence indicating that China is considering providing what he calls lethal weapons.
Tonight, tensions rising after the US National Security Council says North Korea launched an intercontinental ballistic missile that landed in Japanese waters. This new video released earlier today showing what Japanese military officials say appears to be a missile falling from the sky. The United States also strongly condemning North Korea, saying this launch is a flagrant violation of multiple UN Security Council resolutions. Japanese officials say the missile was launched from the suburbs of Pyongyang, flying for nearly 66 minutes and roughly 560 miles before falling into the Japanese exclusive economic zone west of the island of Hokkaido.
US and South Korean warplanes carrying out a highly visible response to the latest missile launch by North Korea. South Korea's defense ministry said the drills, headed by nuclear-capable American B-1 bombers, affirmed the United States' commitment to the extended deterrence of its nuclear weapons. The US and Japan held a similar, separate exercise over waters off Japan's west coast, where the missile came down on Saturday. North Korea's state media agency says crews were given no early warning ahead of the order to launch the Hwasong-15 intercontinental ballistic missile, proof, it says, of capability to deliver a, quote, fatal nuclear counterattack.
North Korea has fired a second round of ballistic missiles in the space of a few days, with the leadership warning it would turn the Pacific into a shooting range. South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff says the North fired 2 short-range ballistic missiles around 7 a.m. on Monday, this time towards the EC. The provocation coincided with regime leader Kim Jong-un's sister, quoted again on state-run media, saying that the frequency of the North's use of the Pacific as a shooting range depends on the actions of the US.
Well, the New Zealand Prime Minister Chris Hipkins is saying that his country's resilience is being tested like never before. As you say, the state of emergency, only the third in New Zealand's history, is being extended by 7 days. And the Cabinet has been holding an emergency session in the last few hours. They have unveiled a multi-million-dollar plan to rebuild roads and transport links and also give immediate relief to businesses. As you say, 11 people so far are confirmed to have died after Cyclone Gabrielle.
Syrian authorities say Israel launched an airstrike on a residential building in the Syrian capital of Damascus, killing at least 5 people and injuring some 15 more. Explosions were heard early Sunday morning, with local media reporting several other buildings were also damaged in the attack. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights reported 15 people were also killed outside of Damascus in strikes targeting sites linked to Iranian militias and the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah. There was no immediate statement from Israel on the attack.